Speaking of this set, we got Fizzmint versus Bradoof. I love Bradoof, homie of mine. I might be a little biased. I also
don't worry.
I
we
love the character.
Two sides of that bias.
All right, you'll counter it for me.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, exactly. We gotta go up the high for everybody.
This Fizzmint guy sucks.
Bradoof.
They're both such great people. Bradoof on the Banjo Kazooie, Fizzmint on the Shulk. These are tried and true picks for these players. I don't expect any counter picks throughout the set.
Oh, absolutely. These guys are exactly, they know what they play what they love.
All right, going to a small battlefield for game number 1. We're trying to get up close and personal here, keeping some nice, honest neutral to get us started.
All right, and then we see over here, Fizzmint is really just trying to, I think, get a little bit of mileage out of this Monado arch as much as he can.
I think one thing that we're going to see a lot of, especially near platforms, because of just some habits that Fizzmint has, is Bradoof is going to be trying to parry those approaching fares. He's got those big disjoints, but they're a little bit predictable, they're a little bit laggy, and so if Bradoof can read that telegram properly, he can potentially find his way in. Oh, that's how it starts.
All right. As for Fizzmint's side of things, he isn't exactly going to be used to the Banjo matchup. There's not exactly any that I can recall.
True.
There is one local player in C1 named Four Eyes who does main the character, but doesn't go out to a ton. And Fizzmint also doesn't quite as much. But here we see that the first stock is not going to be cleared out by that up tilt.
Yeah, the old man mash saving him there.
Yeah,
we'll call it calculated.
From the diet snake up tilt.
True, it really is. See the eggs coming out well for Bradoof. Now, I talked about Bradoof getting in, but another part of this, what we could see here as he's just trying to whittle down Fizzmint, is you want to either be way in front of that Monado or way outside. It's that middle distance that Fizzmint is going to thrive in.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that, like, essentially that forward air is going to be able to catch exactly like that with its wide arc and range is going to be a lot in the advantage for him. We're going to be really tricky to get off that. First stock goes to Fizzmint here in the winners, top 32, round 1, and second stock is taken out.
Yeah, that was a pretty good coverage, yeah. He was expecting the roll, hence the down smash, but because it took so long for Fizzmint to get out of the corner due to the bomb, he still had time to throw out the back air, evening things up, and the Wonder Wing startup actually gets stuffed out.
I've noticed a lot with Fizzmint too. He's really good at Shulk isn't really known for having much combos, but he's really good at just getting these very edge case hitboxes into each other. Bradoof fighting back all the way, essentially going coast to coast with that advantage state there.
And there's one little two-piece that he does get, right? Because he uses the back hit of that falling up air, he gets to combo into the back air. And now this may not be true combos in the corner, but sometimes it feels like it might as well be. Because how do you get out of that pressure? Even the Wonder Wing all the way to the other side of the stage, we're fine.
See, this is exactly what I mean. We don't have a good Banjo around here, so I'm just like, holding my breath as you can make it back, but you have absolutely no doubt at all that he's going to be able to make it back.
Yeah, Bradoof is the PNW Banjo-Kazooie. You don't have much experience against the character if it's not against Bradoof specifically, and he's going to take advantage with another call-out Wonder Wing off of the short hop there. Fizzmint getting a little bit too comfortable at that range, and Bradoof recognized it.
And I want to say that it was the him being speed Monado arch not even left that kill. It is pretty strong, but he does get a little lighter with that. Fizzmint's really Bradoof's doing a phenomenal job at really stalling it up all the way out the top, just try and get Fizzmint to blow all of his advantage states, but eventually at 130% you're just going to lose that stock anyway.
Keeping it even. I see a deep breath from Fizzmint there, recognizing the import of getting this first game. It may be best of 5, but that counter pick advantage can go a long way, especially in a weird zoning, semi-zoning matchup like this one, as Bradoof gets another cheeky little pillar combo, and that's 98% on Fizzmint. Uh-oh. Not in Buster. Oh no, not in Buster! The worst time to change Monado art. Look at Fizzmint's face.
What Banjo does to a man.
I don't remember that one from Banjo-Tooie.
Just watch him look straight into the player camera every time he gets hit by that.
Kalos.
Oh, we get to hear the bands.
Reach changes. And
Lilac, Kalos.
I was about to say, with the weird matchup, there's also a slightly weird stage list. Lilac isn't too common around here, but in general. But it's going to be here, there in the rule set. It's kind of like every other rule set. I feel like it shows back up.
I am a big fan of the player leg. I was always wondering what stages are they trying to get rid of. The fact I didn't know that Lilat was on the stage list. So this is really interesting. I can see why Bradoof would just ban it, because like, I won game 1. I don't want any chicanery trying to steal something away.
All right, so basically get started into here. Bradoof's able to pick off the first bit of percentage, but now we're just trying to think a little bit of neutral, a little bit of dance. These players very clearly respect each other. They know what each other can do. Ooh, and that really meaty forward
It's
air.
so meaty, right?
Kind of in.
Like, that's a prime rib steak cut right
Exactly.
there. That is tasty.
I remember it reminded me a lot of the Dr. Mario, you know, like forward air, and like both of them can combo into it, just with having like a really like strong, but like somewhat slow hitbox.
Yeah, both kind of derivative of the OG Mario fare, but in the same way. I see the vision. Oh, Fizzmint getting a little cheeky there, trying to catch Bradoof, swinging out before it was his turn, but he was nice and patient. But with this small stage, that Monado is huge, covers so much range.
If he can get that forward air, especially with just like, you know, I forget what it is, the red one. But as off stage, it's going to cover like the majority of it. But Bradoof, as he showed earlier, has a lot of mix-up to his recovery. I think that he does need to make sure he doesn't like stay here too long on the ledge, because otherwise he'll be out of his Wonder Ring to mix it up. But I guess he'll get it all back.
GG, shake my hand. that's the 2019 haha got him GGs right there. Just F tilt at ledge.
Oh, a forward smash.
That
kind of relied on not taking the mash on that end.
That's adaptation right there. You usually don't see that forward smash come out. Sometimes you might see the down smash, but Bradoof recognizing what timing works for him, that's going to get him back into the game. However, he is down 50%
Meaty
and so much damage.
Oh my.
That is 33.
Right, and exactly, he's at full percent with this. There, not
we're still
yet.
alive.
Smash Art's not yet going to be the kill, but a good back air tilt, but it's going to run out.
Ooh, I thought that falling upper was going to be it, but not quite. Fizzmint doesn't get the timing he needs or the hitbox. Bradoof sets up in the corner with that explosive. However, it is no good. Fizzmint gets through this time.
He really wants to get this kill off, just so that way he can kind of sit in advantage and, you know, play that little like dancing dance neutral. They're just kind of staring at each other, moving left and right. But
yo, hold on. Wait a minute.
He's catching up onto that pretty interesting.
Oh, it is so active.
It's a buster?
Wait just a minute. That move is so active.
He's going to take it.
That move might be a whole Falco player right there. That's crazy.
And up air just going to smack it right back. Holy. This was a great set to put for the first round here.
I feel like Fizzmint got matchup checked by that a little bit. Not really sure how to deal with that at the ledge. And that gives Bradoof an opportunity, but just like that, that Buster doing 53%.
Getting a lot of mileage out of that.
But he's got to close it.
18%.
Same thing was true on the last stock, right? He was up 100%, could not close it out. Is Fizzmint a closer, or will Bradoof steal his job like he's AI-oriented? 89% on this man. He's running out of time.
Holy.
Ooh, watch that smash.
Backslash.
That backslash was crazy.
That is a little bit insane. Able to close it out.
All right, let's see what the bans are here.
Yeah, I'm going to ban Town, and I'm going to ban FD. PS2 Town and FD? Yeah.
Town and FD are our bans. So he wants the platforms. He doesn't want the big stage. I'm curious what'll come out, because Bradoof did ban Kalos himself, which is a very similar ban. Triplats, maybe? He did well on platforms, or maybe like Hollow.
They're really taking their time with these picks and bans, but I think that really just shows like
we do go Hollow.
Important it is the matchups he was mentioning. Seems like they both just like really get a lot off of either catching someone at platform or getting someone an extension on the platform.
Yes, agree. I think that the big reason for this pick from Bradoof is that platform extension. His pillar combos were so strong in game number 1, and we didn't see them at all in game number 2. So now the question will be if that option for him is going to be enough to turn things around. And already, look at that. Oh, that was a bad air dodge. We're coming back, but that's scary.
Shulk doesn't have the best horizontal range. However, vertical recovery, he does have it in spades. Doesn't even need to get onto the jump art at all. Probably wants to, I was about to say, probably wants to get a hit back into stage if he's going to go for the speed art.
That down tilt
He's really
from Bradoof.
looking for that entrance.
It's been so effective at spacing out Fizzmint, who does technically have the range advantage, but he's getting in just far enough that it makes Fizzmint comfortable, thinking he's safe, and then he pushes him out with it, and he sets up the ledge traps.
Fizzmint learned his lesson from the last set, from the last game, just knowing to actually go ahead and make sure you match pretty well out of that, and also, guys, learning from the last game and finding that backslash is actually doing a bit of mileage in this set. I don't usually see that out of Shulk, to be honest.
It's a very interesting variation on the character. Maybe just some of those new developments on the Buster, not able to quite do it, but it's getting scary.
He really is using that backslash to recover quite a bit, and I saw that Bradoof had to kind of cut onto it. Wonder if it'll cost him.
Yeah, he was hitting it with the up air game number 1, but it sort of cycled back around, right? That's the RPS of recovery. He was going high, Bradoof was hitting it with up air, then he started going low, so Bradoof started ledge trapping that, and now we're back to high. I don't think Bradoof expected to get that egg there because he didn't follow up. He had an opportunity for a bit of an extension. However, he's still in the neutral. He's still got some pressure on Fizzmint, who is struggling to get the center. Bradoof holding that platform so hard right now. Not even the speed art is enough to keep Fizzmint in this neutral.
On the other side of things, they're going crazy for the FTC as well. And with a huge reversal.
That's big.
Did Bradoof go off stage, or did that just carry him off?
Oh, side B again on the Buster. That's a lot of damage, but backslash that's 35.
Again.
This character
is this the best move in the game?
The most unserious character.
The most unserious character in the game versus Banjo and Kazooie.
Insane bar. That shield art doing work, getting Fizzmint out of a sketchy situation there. 124. This is where Bradoof needs to get even like a back throw to reset the opportunity for a ledge trap here.
And you can really see when these two, like when one of them decides that they don't want to interact, like it's really going to be one of these kind of matchups where they just will stand, throw out their moves, wait for the first opening, just like that.
Bradoof's trying to parry. I think that's what was going on there. We talked about that right at the beginning of this. That's something that he needs. If he can get that parry, he can zone break, but he's not been able to find it. All right, surely it'll come. Okay, good catch on the back air.
Ooh. All right. We've seen Bradoof been able to take these things back and just make it at least a little close, if not just being able to take the entire game with a huge comeback. We can't count honestly any player in this entire region out.
Oh!
Looks like you could have maybe lived that.
Yeah, that was DI.
With Smash Art, I think it was going to be pretty much wrapped on that end. Coast to coast with the back air on Smash Art to close out game number 3.
That puts Fizzmint up in the set. Bradoof's going to need to make a bit of a comeback here. Runs it back to Hollow Bastion, which honestly, I think I agree. The Hollow Bastion looked pretty good. He was able to get some stuff off that center platform, and he was really good at holding the space under the center platform. There were just too many interactions in the scrambles that did not go his way.
And I'm not going to lie, I should be rooting for Fizzmint. I want a game 5. This set has been going absolutely crazy, just back and forth, like everyone essentially just respecting one another. And
yeah, it's been fun.
It feels like it'll go like at a slow pace for a bit as they kind of like try to figure out who's going to essentially start off the little scrappy session. But then once they get into it, these two really like to scrap, but any stray hit can be it with such a vertical race recovery.
Especially on Fizzmint's side, if he doesn't have the right Monado arts. Like, he's out of jump now. Suddenly, his risk-reward at the ledge is going to change a little bit, and Bradoof knows that. Using the speed now in the neutral, but again, both of those arts, those are his 2 recovery arts, so it's risk-reward.
And just like you said, his season.
Man, that down tilt.
All right, so.
Ooh,
backslash doing again its damage. What I was going to say earlier was that with backslash in this matchup in particular, maybe just maybe it is just kind of going crazy. But I was going to say that maybe it's because we see it a lot because of that wondering coming out. So that cross up is going to be able to be pretty easily punishable with like the fact that it actually, the property of hitting from behind is actually going to come in handy here.
Doesn't even need
a
it that time.
F smash is going to do basically the same thing, if not better.
Buster for damage. Let's see if he can get that damage. Yes, he can, and just like that, he has lapped the percent, forcing Bradoof to make a risky, aggressive play. He does find it, not able to get the stock, but he's resetting these ledge traps. Can he find his crucial opening? Yes, he does with the forward air, but beautiful DI from Fizzmint.
And as you can see at this point, Fizzmint's out of resources off stage and just has to go for something that'll be caught out with that fair to get it a little bit closer to even, but it's not quite there just yet.
Bradoof locked back into the 9-5 here. Has an opportunity to work his way through this to get out of this deficit if he can find the opening. But Fizzmint clapping back, using those Monados very well. Opts to go for none on the ledge trap. Interesting.
Bradoof really needs to figure out a way to get off this ledge without burning too many Wonder Rings, because the Wonder Ring is able to give him a bit of mix-up in these recoveries, but eventually things are just going to become very, very straightforward in terms of his recovery routes.
And it's a great offensive tool as well for those ledge traps of his own. He actually got a game off of it. Oh, the bomb placement!
Trying to catch that fair, stopping the down air with an up air.
So much pressure, that mix-up.
It's a little desperate, I feel like, but
he got away with it.
Up smash into whiff.
Oh, drag down nair, not going to work out. He thought Fizzmint was going to press a button, so he went for the jab instead of the traditional grab
high.
there.
Bradoof has almost brought this back entirely.
But just like that, just like that, that puts Fizzmint in the lead. This is the last stock, the last opportunity for Bradoof to find his way in. Goes for the approaching nair, a bit of a mix-up there, trying to stuff out Fizzmint before he gets his offense started.
And I think another actually big thing about what Backslash is doing in this matchup is that when Bradoof does shield it, if he is facing the other opposite direction, it does a lot of skill damage, and so he's being pressured to not having a lot of shield pressure just from that alone. But regardless, they're able to even it back up. And now he's in the lead.
It was a good trade for Bradoof. Falls off because of the nair there. He tried to get an up tilt conversion there, an extension. Fizzmint back on the offensive. These busters in the corner have been doing so much work, and that F smash is huge with the busters still online. Fizzmint keeps finding those hits.
Even up a whole stock. We can't exactly count either of these players out, since now that earlier in this game that's what the case was, but now we're exactly almost at an even point with Bradoof in the lead despite having such a huge deficit earlier. Fizzmint does not want us to go to game 5.
Very safe neutral from both players, recognizing how critical this moment is. You see Fizzmint just spacing with aerials, using that speed art. Now smash art is online, though. You have to watch out for the knockback, but it goes both ways. If Fizzmint can find the hit, it will kill here. Gets the throw, that won't be enough.
We're just not in a very tricky spot, but he's able to get out of it regardless.
We want the air dodge.
I think that's that matchup check, or lack of that matchup knowledge coming back to bite him a little bit. Shield art is going to make it so that this is not going to be the end.
Yeah, that's your one time, though. It is now offline. You have to play honest from here on out, and Bradoof has been finding these openings again around that platform. This is an opportunity. He gets that center stage back.
Up to would have been it. Bad DI. Wasn't expecting the last hit of the back air to grab him there.
What a win condition from Bradoof. Finding those extensions on the platform, whether it's from the eggs, whether it's from the up air, creating those damaging combos to get himself back into that last hit situation, and then swinging out of the corner, once again, setting him up for success in the center stage. That is where he thrives.
All right. It all comes down to this. These two players have really played their heart out as the first set of top 32 winners on stream, but here we begin with game 5.
And right out the gate, we see Bradoof throwing out the projectiles. That grenade has been so potent. Goes for a fall through up air there. A bit of a timing mix-up, maybe expecting Fizzmint to spot that.
Fizzmint really likes to use that, especially at the early percentages, to rack up damage and gain an advantage, but now it's already out. But it might not even need it in this case.
We'll see what ends up happening here. The double grenades there, just making it difficult for Fizzmint to find a pattern. That has been a key for Bradoof, mixing things up. Fizzmint's neutral is so strong at a level 1 that the onus is on Bradoof right out of the get-go to do something he doesn't expect. Just like that. Expect the unexpected.
Almost caught him the entire stock, but instead now we're almost dead even at this point.
Good use of the grenade there. He got back, but he only got back once. Fizzmint resetting.
This left trap has to be huge, or be completely taken over by Bradoof. Bradoof has a really good job at being able to get off ledge, especially versus a character like Shulk that has those massive hitboxes with his stubbier hitboxes. Just getting every ounce out of this lovely little bear.
I like the F tilt attempt there from Bradoof. He was just in a little bit of an awkward spot. Fizzmint was higher than he expected. Good reset there from Fizzmint. Oh!
TVZ moment, neither of them dead.
That
These
worked out for both of
players
them.
are going crazy, and that extra rage might have been it with the smash art. This is probably going to be it.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Shield art?
Bro.
Oh, well, still going to go,
The
and now
shield
dead
art.
even.
I didn't see the shield art come out, so I got so confused when he didn't die. Too many particle effects happening on the screen all at once. But critically there, Bradoof did close it out, so he's in a good spot here. That 14% means nothing to him. Speed art, that's just a little tickle. You just have to make sure you don't get impatient because of it.
You can see now how much more like Fizz is like respecting that ledge a bit.
Oh, watch
Giving
out.
up stage 4. Less of a risk there, but going for it all there. That might
Doesn't
cost
quite
him.
kill.
He's still out of jump.
Yeah, we're safe for now.
Huge F smash trying to come out.
Just a critical
These
warning
boys
for
are
Fizzmint.
swinging.
That's right. That Nair not going to find purchase that time, but it does this time. But twice in a row now, Bradoof misses his pivots on those Nairs.
Buster will backslash back to stage.
Oh,
That's something I feel like I just realized I haven't seen a lot of Fizz grabbing in this matchup yet. That's the first grab that I've honestly noticed.
I think part of that is because he doesn't want to box. That is a place where Bradoof is going to have a little bit of an advantage. Remember, we talked about that super up close or the super far away game for Bradoof. Fizzmint wants to be spacing right at the tips of his aerials. Oh, and we just saw an attempt for it right there. Stuffing out once again.
Smash art is out. This could be either of their starts, to be honest.
Whoever gets the next big hit, the question will be, who is it? Bradoof just gets a back air. It's not enough.
Run out.
Interesting usage of the shield art here. He really wants to guarantee that he gets off of the ledge. The downside is, once again, now it's offline. Oh, I thought that was going to be a throw from Bradoof.
Not even their last stock, but they're really playing like it because every single moment in this set is going to be so crucial to it.
Yes, and both characters are good at racking up percent on the other, but not as good at killing the other. So that low percent is going to go a long way. Oh.
Up tilt. With bad DI, that would have been it, but luckily Bradoof comes direct in time.
Can you get back to stage? The timing from Bradoof just right. Got okay with the walk-up shield. That one hit frame. No dice there for Fizzmint. Rinse and repeat here. What's the mix-up?
That's going to be it. Just forward air, forward air, forward again.
But this gives Bradoof that critical center stage.
He's on his last stock of this set. And Fizzmint.
We've been here before, though, haven't we?
We have. Fizzmint out of his shield art. He doesn't have that get out of jail free card.
Oh,
Stuffing
again.
it out.
That keeps getting caught from Bradoof. That's like 3 times in a row now, I think, that startup has been caught. Up tilt, not going to connect. I like the idea. Back air, once again, not going to be enough to kill. And there's time for shield art, which means we're back to stage for free.
And all he wants to do is just get Sense to get any bit of extra credit here because his stock surely doesn't have a huge lifespan on it, being all the way up at 169%, and anything that he might use to get into better advantage, such as Buster Art, is just going to kill him, potentially.
Oh, again, those walk-up up tilts, they're just not working for Bradoof.
74%.
And Fizz is not giving him the shields at the right time, so he can't get those back throws either.
Bradoof throwing out up tilt, but there's not hitting.
Oh my goodness, this is brutal. Even on such a small stage, the way Fizzmint is playing keep out, controlling the center. This was Bradoof's domain, that center stage control, and now Fizzmint has stolen that away from him, and he's not able to steal that stock either.
Great
tech.
The stage. Finally he's dead. 1 minute, 45 seconds on the clock. Last stock, Game 5, Bradoof versus Fizzmint. Winner goes into a top 8 qualifier.
Got to take the deepest of breaths here if you're Bradoof. Fizzmint playing to his advantage, playing to that speed that he has at the moment, and now he's looking for the kill with that smash art. Makes a risky play. I don't know why he went for that. That was a bit of a lose condition for him.
Is that going to be it? No, not yet.
So active, but Fizzmint not able to find it.
Just wants to get one good hit. He's at 138%.
That was a bad air dodge from the ledge. Fizzmint forcing it out. Just the fear, the intimidation of this man.
That's going to be it. That's going to be it. Fizzmint in an insane set. Game 5 takes it over Bradoof.
And last stock, Game 5, and we just started top 32. What a tight set.
That was a good set.
That was really good. Man, that matchup stressful.
But I've got some good news, y'all. Not only did we have a great set, but we've got another great commentator coming in a second here. I think we're just gonna hot swap. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, I see. He was behind me, and I turn around and he's gone.
Here he comes.
All right, thank y'all for having me for one set. All right.
Good shit, ball. Oh, man. Good shit.
That's stressful.
Man, what a great set. Seeing the way
Truly a
Fizzmint
banger.
adapted to those Wonder Wings after the first couple of games really made such a big difference, especially Game 5. The number of times he stuffed that out in startup, and then he just got to a point where it felt like Bradoof could not zone break.
Looking back at these replays, it really feels like at times these players were both matchup checking each other and then adapting to each other. Like, I don't think we saw that backslash do nearly as much in that last game as much as it had previously, just because of like how much they were able to like adapt to one another's play
Yes,
style.
for sure.